Podcast and fliplifestyle.com. Making sure that everybody can hear me real quick as we jump on here for Facebook Live. Going to hit my audio as well to see if I can hear myself. Looks like I can. Once I get a little confirmation from everybody in the chat, we will keep going. I can see myself and I can hear myself. Just want to make sure that you can see me and hear me too. Got an exciting little Q&A for you today. This is a new thing that I'm doing every day for the rest of the year. I'm going to jump on here every weekday, and I'm going to answer real online business questions from the Flip Your Life community. A little bit more detailed answers than we usually do in the forums to come on here and help everybody see these questions and share some of this information that we're giving out. Got an awesome question today, a really hot topic, big topic in the community right now. A lot of people have been chiming in on this question all morning. And it really has a lot of resonance for people who are just starting out, or maybe you've been trying to get your online business going for a while and you either feel like you failed or you're not making as much progress as you normally make, or things aren't going as good for you as they are for other people. We have a lot of success stories inside of the Flip Your Life community, but a lot of those success stories happened over a long period of time, and people kind of look like an overnight success, and really it took a lot of stuff leading up to that. And a lot of people give up right before they're about to succeed. So today's question comes from Kevin. And if you have any follow-up questions while I'm going over the answer to Kevin's question, put them in the chat. I'll jump into that. I usually don't look at the chat while I'm talking because it distracts me. But I'll check those after we get done. But Kevin writes in the forums, I have been busting my butt on my training membership for a long time now, and I feel like it's going nowhere. Okay. And the subject line of Kevin's forum post in the Flip Your Life community said, my business, is it treading water or is it drowning? So you knew this was going to be pretty deep once we got in. So I've been busting my butt on a training membership for a long time now, and I feel like it's going nowhere. With everything else that's going on in my life, I am sick of waiting for success. I know this is probably not the right attitude, and I need to be patient. But I just feel I've been too patient. I've been trying for so long. Right now, I feel like I either need to kick this business into a path of success or kill it and move on. He goes on to say that he believes his content is absolutely fantastic. Kevin launched his membership. He's had members. He currently has 3 members right now. I mean, imagine if you could just get 3 to 5 people to pay you $150, $200 a month. He has a membership with members. He's had up to 6 at one time, and he's never received any negative feedback. He goes on to say, I believe if everything I'm being told is true, then my product is not the problem. It's got to be something else. It seems like the ones leaving are just general attrition, or they kind of graduate and move on. And the problem is I'm not getting new people in. Based on what I've seen in my space, my product is better than everything else is out there. The only difference between me and my competitors is they've either been there longer, or they have a famous or popular person as their front man for better credentials. I am biased. I think mine's better. I need advice going forward. I really don't mind if growth is slow, but as long as it is constantly moving forward instead of stagnant or stopped. You get my point. I'm currently doing Facebook ads to fill my funnel. They're not working. I thought about doing YouTube ads instead. I just don't know what to do next. Should I move forward, pivot, or quit and try something else? Okay. All right. Great question, Kevin. Thank you for being so vulnerable and just really putting that out there. A lot of people are kind of scared to say, what should I do next? Maybe the answer is try something new in this business. Maybe the answer is pivot. Maybe I just need a new vision, a new strategy for the same vision. And sometimes people say, hey, maybe I should quit. Maybe I should give up. Maybe I should move forward and either don't do this anymore, it just didn't work for me, or try something else. Okay. Now, when we started our online business, when Jocelyn and I first got into online business, we were miserable failures, guys. We tried and tried and tried for months and months and months, massive amounts of effort, staying up all night, and literally absolutely nothing was happening. It's easy to look at us now and say, wow, well, they figured it out. Well, they made it. Everything seems to come easy for them. But that was not the case in the beginning. I would lay in bed at night, hours and hours and hours, either working on a website or working on a sales page or trying an ad or, writing content, or there was even times I would sit and look for people who I thought would be my audience or my avatar on Twitter, literally hours at a time. I'd lay down at 9, 10 o'clock and just stay up till 12, 1, 2 in the morning. And I would type in coach, like a football coach. And I would just look for anybody that looked like they were standing in a football stadium, and I would friend them and I would like them. And I just tried hours and hours, and nothing was happening, especially the first site that I ever created. I used to be a history teacher. So the first thing I tried to do was give away free history worksheets to history teachers. And I thought, yeah, they'll download this thing. They'll go to my page. Maybe they'll click an ad or click on an affiliate link, or I'll figure out something I can sell them later. So I put all of these worksheets all over my website. I had this big website, all sorts of stuff everywhere. And I kept every night putting more and more content on them. And nothing was happening. Everything just felt like a failure. Probably 3, 4, 5 months before anybody even came to the site. And I saw like one person show up for traffic. Okay. And I can distinctly remember a moment in our journey where I almost quit. I was doing this all by myself in the beginning. Jocelyn really wasn't on the online business bandwagon yet, and she wasn't ready to jump in and try it for herself. She really wanted me to prove that it was even possible to make money online before she was going to get on board. And I remember one night I was so tired, so fed up, so frustrated by the slow progress. And I was laying in bed and I was looking at all of my statistics, in my dashboard. No traffic, no money, no ad clicks, nothing. That I just slammed my computer shut and I was about to give up. I went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth, got ready for bed. And I remember leaning over on my sink and looking myself in the eye, right in the mirror, like I'm looking at you right now. And I said, this is ridiculous. Why are you trying so hard? Why are you putting so much effort into this and getting nothing in return? And then I kind of glanced up and I said, God, if this is real, show me. Is all this stuff, all these other people that are making money online, are they just making this up? Are they just telling me that I can do it too? Or is something going to happen? Help me make some money online. And right before I went to bed, I laid down, I looked down at my computer. It was laying there closed, and kind of got back into bed, put it back on my chest. And I was like, all right, I'm going to get back into it one more time. And I opened up the computer and I hit refresh on the screen on my dashboard right before I went to bed. And where there was a 0 before I hit refresh, it came back at 11 cents. 11 cents. Somebody in that gap of time, whether it was reported or when I closed my window or when I came back, somewhere in that gap of time, from that prayer I said in the bathroom to the time I turned that computer back on, 11 cents had showed up on my ad account. And I went crazy. I started celebrating because it made me realize that it was possible. Not only were other people doing it, but I just proved that I could put content out there and somebody somehow, whether it's an ad click, an affiliate click, or buying your product, would send money back. And that was slow progress. I mean, I worked months and months and months and months to get that 11 cents, that dime and that penny. But it proved to me that it was possible. It proved to me that I could go forward and do something else. But what it didn't do is pay the bills. It didn't recoup my investment. It didn't make up for all that time and money. It just gave me hope. It just gave me a future going forward. That's what you've got here, Kevin. That's what some of you may have. You may have that first ad click, that first sale, or maybe on the verge of it. Take that hope and move forward, but then you've got to make some good decisions. Is this thing actually the thing that's going to flip my life? Is it the thing that's going to give me an income? Is it the thing that's going to take me to the next level and create a monthly income that I can quit my job? I knew in that moment, while it was possible to make money online, that 11-cent ad clicks were not going to cut it. So I had to step back and say, okay, we've done this, we've proven it, but maybe we need to pivot. Maybe we need to kill this business and move to something else. So as Jocelyn got involved after that 11-cent ad click, we started having some really, really, really hard conversations about whether or not this was the direction that we needed to go. We decided that that first website I created was not going to work, but we did not say we're going to give up because it didn't work, right? We just had to come up with something new. And we realized that selling digital products was where we had to be. We had to sell bigger things, videos. We had to sell our own products, not rely on traffic and ads and things like that. So I decided to pivot to go a different direction in my online business. And I pushed that site to the side, shut it down, turned it off. The 11-cent ad click, even though it was what gave me hope, even though it was what proved it was possible, that was not where I went. Okay. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will just give up. They'll just turn that site off. This didn't work. And that's what you can't do. You got to move to something else or keep hammering that nail and see if it'll work. So I decided to create football playbooks for football coaches. I was a football coach, went into football coaching, and I decided this is where I think I can make a fast product on this. It was, getting into the summer, people were getting ready to get into football season, and now I could sell this to them. And I remember I've been staying up all night looking for football coaches for a couple of weeks, trying to figure this out, trying to get in there and say, hey, I got some people that can follow me. Let's go. So I launched a website selling football playbooks and worked for another month and a half, just hammering, staying up all night, looking for coaches, writing some content, going into forums where coaches were already talking and jumping into the conversation. I joined every Facebook group for football coaches in the world in a month, and I just grinded and hustled. And finally, I had this product. And when I launched the product, I had built a small following of football coaches on my email list. I made $7,000 when I let that out. It was an installation manual and playbooks to run a specific kind of defense. And it made $7,000 once I launched. But it wasn't the original thing. I had to make a change. I had to make a pivot. But I didn't totally forget about that first idea. I just tried something new, maybe in a little bit different space. And then when I moved forward, I let my mind and my thinking evolve. And I said, don't make this so black and white. Don't make this works and this doesn't. Take everything that you're learning. Take what you learned from the first website. Take what you learned from the coaching website. Take what you learned from all of this online business stuff. Take all the stuff that Jocelyn's learning. Take all the stuff from the podcast that you've learned and the videos that you've watched, and go back maybe to that idea and try something new. So we rebranded that U.S. history worksheet site into a U.S. history teacher lesson plan site. We created lesson plans. We went back and relaunched that idea, let it evolve, let it grow. And now that too is a successful membership site that we run that makes thousands and thousands of dollars a month. And that was the original idea. That was originally what I was going to do, but I failed at the beginning. I didn't get as much success as I'd hoped. The progress was slow going, but I had to pivot. I had to try something new. I had to do something different to learn what it would take to make that original idea work. Okay. So where does that leave us with Kevin? Kevin's been working now in the Flip Your Life community for a while. He's had some success. He's proven, one, that this product can be sold in the marketplace. He's proven, two, that his product is a really, really good product. He's never had any negative feedback, and everyone loves what he's doing. And he's proved what doesn't work. He's figured out that maybe Facebook ads isn't right. Maybe he needs to try something new, and he needs to try to market that a little better. So anytime you're stuck in your business and you're not making as much progress as you hoped, you've got to go through these 3 steps to figure out what to do next. Okay. So number 1, is it a marketing problem or is it a product problem? Okay. This instance for Kevin is a marketing problem. For some reason, he's not getting enough people to see, to join, to come in, and they don't know how awesome his product is because he's not telling them correctly or in the correct place. So that is usually where me and Jocelyn start with everything. Is this a marketing problem or is it a product problem? The original thing that I sold that made the 11-cent ad click was a product problem. It was the wrong product. It wasn't positioned correctly. It wasn't set up to solve a problem for my niche. And it just barely squeaked by and gave me a little hope that there was something there. But it was a product problem. We had to totally change that product completely and then put it right back in front of the same people to get the results. In Kevin's case, it's a marketing problem. It's not telling people how awesome this is in the right space or somewhere. So that's where we usually start, is with our marketing. Okay. The second thing you've got to do, if marketing won't work and you can't figure that out, maybe you do need to push that first idea to the side and you need to pivot a little bit. You got the same vision. You want to go to the same place. You want to flip your life. You want an online business. You want to do that. But maybe it is time now to pivot and try a new idea. That this isn't black and white, though. That doesn't go away. All right. Maybe you just need some fresh eyes on a fresh idea, on a fresh product, and try marketing in a new channel, maybe you do need to try something new. And, we have coached thousands of people inside of the Flip Your Life community, and almost none of them succeed on the very first idea. Usually it takes creation and iteration and moving forward and trying new things and trying new channels and pivoting. And maybe maybe you make a new product, maybe you try a new avatar, maybe you go and you pursue another idea and you come back to the original idea, but you're going to have to create and iterate a little bit first. Now, you don't want to become a squirrel chasing every shiny object, but if you've been in it for 3 months, 6 months, and you're hammering down and things are kind of working, but not where you need to be, you need to try something new. Okay. And then maybe, just maybe, you do need to kill your idea. If you just don't think it's going to work, and no matter what you're trying, it's not working, then just kill it. Don't come back to it. Move on. Some ideas are really bad ideas. They're failures. One of my favorite instant success stories in the Flip Your Life community is another guy named Kevin. He came into the community with just a crazy idea. We knew it was bad in the beginning, but we didn't want to discourage him. So we were like, "You sure you want to do this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to try it." So we're like, "Okay, you go do that for a couple months. Tell us how it goes." So he goes out and he works on it a little bit. He comes back 2 months later and he's like, "This is a horrible idea. This is a product problem. This is a marketing problem." And we're like, "Good. What do you really want to do?" And he goes, "Well, I want to do this." We're like, "Okay, kill that idea. Never come back to it. And let's move on to the next thing." So that might be what you do have to do. You might have to give up on your original idea just to try something new. But the cool thing is all the lessons that you learn with those first ideas you try carry through to the next ideas and let you go and do those faster. Okay. So the moral of this story is, guys, you have to create and you have to iterate. You can't get so locked in that you think you're going to walk up to the plate and hit the home run. And if it doesn't work, that you're just going to give up. You can't do that because you'll never make it to a successful point in your online business if you go into it with that mindset. Sometimes ideas do fail. Sometimes you just need to make a slight pivot, but sometimes you just got to go try something new and see what happens until something does work. Throw the mud on the wall until something sticks. Okay. What we have found after coaching thousands of people over the past 4 years is that the people who don't quit, who make the pivots, who make the change, who keep going and trying new things and never get discouraged by the things that don't work, those are the people who flip their life, replace their income, and quit their job. Those are the people that make it, are the people who are willing to say, "Well, that didn't work. Let's try something new." Maybe it's new marketing. Maybe it's a new product. Maybe it's an entirely new business idea. But the key is being decisive and going on and trying the next thing. And I want to leave you with this quote. I see some comments here in the comments. Not going to make these really super long, but business, guys, is really, really hard. This is not easy. No matter how many success stories you hear in your podcasts or read about online, every single person that makes it went through a really, really hard time and had a whole bunch of failures that they had to fight through. Okay. Online business isn't fair. It doesn't matter if you have the best product. It doesn't matter if they have popular and famous people marketing their stuff. You've got to figure out a way to make it happen. It's not fair. Just because your product is the best, that's okay. Hey, our product may not be the best, but maybe we market it better. We have to take advantage of our unfair advantages and make it happen anyway. So don't be looking for an easy idea. Don't be looking for a niche that's fair. They're not going to happen. Okay. But success is possible, and it usually comes after you have survived all of your other attempts, right? And notice I use the word survived. I didn't say after you tried a bunch of things and it kind of bounced off of you and it wasn't a big deal. Like sometimes it's literally surviving until the next day to get to the point where your next idea has a chance to work. And that's what I want to encourage Kevin to do today. That's what I want to encourage everybody watching this video to do is keep trying, keep creating, keep iterating, keep making changes, keep going forward and survive every attempt until finally you connect and the ball goes out in the outfield and you're running around the bases, and then it gets really fun and really exciting. Okay. All right, guys, a lot of people in the chat room today, a whole bunch of comments, people chiming in saying, yeah, that's the same experience I had with YouTube ads. I just had to keep trying until it finally worked. Chalkboard Mom says, thank you. This made me realize I needed to make some changes and move forward in my business. So glad that you got some value out of this. If you need help taking your online business to the next level, if you want me and Jocelyn and a community of hundreds of entrepreneurs from all over the world to come around you and help you make decisions like this, make changes to encourage you to keep going and keep you from giving up, then we would love to have you inside of our Flip Your Life community, where we help real people build successful online businesses so they can take control of their life. All you have to do is go to fliplifestyle.com/free, fliplifestyle.com/free, and you can get 1 month inside of our Flip Your Life community, absolutely free. You can ask questions just like Kevin did in the forums today. You can attend all of our live members only Q&A. We do 2 Q&As a month just like this, but we answer dozens and dozens of questions from our Flip Your Life members. We can answer your question on one of those next Q&As that are coming up soon. We would love to have you in there. Go to fliplifestyle.com/free. And if you join the membership and I pick you for one of these calls, you will be interested in entered into a drawing where I'm going to send you some Flip Lifestyle swag. I got my Flip Lifestyle shirt on. Go send you a awesome computer sticker, and I got this backpack. I got a ton of these backpacks. We're going to be sending those out to people who get selected for these YouTube lives. They come from the Flip Your Life forums. So make sure you head over to fliplifestyle.com/free. Love to be in the forums. Love to answer your question. Love to help you change your life. And we will see you inside. So I'm going to get out of here in just a second. Got a couple questions real quick. Someone asked, what type of camera are you using? I'm using my computer camera. This is the actual web camera on my MacBook Pro. And I got a $50 mic off Amazon. It's an Audio-Technica 2100. And Garden Web says, thank you for the encouragement, Shane. We'll have to listen to your voice daily. Hey, I'm going to be here on YouTube daily. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. You can also check out our podcast over at fliplifestyle.com and on iTunes. And anything you need, I'll be inside of the Flip Your Life community to help you out. Okay. All right, guys, have a great day. Don't give up. Keep going. Success is probably just around the corner.